Hola, ¿cómo estás? I just recently got back in town from Tennessee. Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Beautiful. Such a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous place. Yes. Just serving them up, thick as hell. You know. Straight out of Compton. I've been here for years. It was just such a beautiful place. The mountains. It was stunning. Anyway. So, yes. Got to get back on track. Okay, Real Housewives of Atlanta. I will say that this show is slightly picking up. Not really where I want it to be, but it is slightly picking up. But this was a much lighthearted, more funny episode than last episode, the first episode. So, okay, we getting in there. It's kind of looking like Porsha's kind of somewhat running the show. And it's very interesting to see Nene and Porsha so cool now. They're so close. Before, Nene was just like, freaking fraud, I want them off the show. But now it's just like, oh my gosh, I love Freak, or whichever one Porsha was, Freak or Fraud. So yeah, it's very interesting to see. It's a different dynamic. I think that the show is still shady, but not quite as shady as it used to be. As if a Sheree was on there, or Kenya, or Phaedra. Just shot, boom, 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 boom. But if it's funny, then it's just like, okay, it's just fun shade. But there is one lady on the show that's just throwing a lot of unnecessary shade. Now, or I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But yeah, it almost, going back to Porsha and Nene, it almost seems as if they never had an issue to begin with. Because if you can go from 1 minute pretty much saying you want somebody to be fired, to the next minute saying, oh, we best friends, big sister, little sister. But you wanted your little sister to get fired last year or 2 years ago, however that works. So it's very weird to me. It's just like, well, how can you get back cool with her so quickly? There was never an issue to begin with. I don't know, child. Anyway, let's see. The girls, Porsha, she planned this whole trip for the girls to meet up in Miami and surprise Nene. They were coming to see her for her comedy show. I thought that the Nene comedy show was just Nene, but thank God she has other people that's on the checklist. So I'm like, that's good. I don't know where this little white spot come from on my shirt. I don't know. Probably toothpaste. Anyway, so yeah, so they arrived and everything. Everybody is looking for their rooms and doing the most. Marlow is absolutely doing the most. It's a whole lot of Marlow. It looks like this is going to be on this season. Yet Marlow still don't have a confessional. Like, they treat Marlow wrong. They treat Marlow bad. I just be trying to figure it out, Jesus. Shouts out to my girl Marie, too cool. Shouts out to you, my love. We be talking all the time. She be sending me all kinds of stuff on Twitter, all the tea. And I just tweeted one day and I just mentioned, I was just like, why Marlow don't have a peach? And she brought up some things that I had, forgot about. She brought up the fact that Marlow used the F word, rhymes with sag, as in drawers. She used the F word, and I was just like, win. And I remember Marlow used the F word towards Sheree when they was in Africa that time. I'm like, you need to stop hanging around them sags, and get you some real friends, and get you a man or something, she said. So I remember that. She apologized for that. Miss Lawrence got her together real quick. That was like years ago. And I know the whole criminal record situation. My good friend Faith, she told me about make sure you guys subscribe to my friend's Faith channel. I'm gonna write it down. It's called Sunset Noir. She has a YouTube channel, so make sure you guys subscribe to her channel. Dropping things, darling. I'm just getting back, y'all. I'm trying to get myself together. But yeah, she mentioned, my friend Faith, she mentioned that about the whole criminal record of Marlow and how she cut a girl from ear to ear. And allegedly, apparently, the girl committed suicide, allegedly. Because, I think she, like, cut her face up or whatever, and she could not take, how she looked after that, allegedly. So, yeah. Ooh. That's scary. So, yeah, I mean, we've all seen Marlow's anger. We all see that Marlow has no stopping point. Marlow will nag you and nag you and nag you until you're about ready to punch her in the face. So, yeah. I'm just like, wow. I don't know. Marlow's one of the people you got to shoot. Because, I ain't finna fight you. Because clearly that's what you excel at is fighting and cross-cutting. So, yeah, I'm just going to get my shotgun. I'm just going to get my rifle out. Let's see. What else is going on, y'all? I was on my page. Okay, so Porsha, she arrived with all the rest of the girls. Marlow being extra, trying to take all the room, the best room and all that. And it was just like, child, go and sit down somewhere. So all the girls, went behind stage to surprise Nene. Who went in there first to say hey to Nene? I think it was Porsha. Nene knew Porsha was coming. Porsha with her red hair. She was already there anyway. From her man Dennis the Menace. And they came, then all the other girls flooded in, and Nene was real happy to see them. They talked to Greg. Greg was saying that how he can't keep anything down. He's been throwing up for the past 3 days. And, I can just only imagine how Greg is feeling, and God bless Greg. God bless him, seriously. So we get to the whole little comedy show. It was cute. Nene came out there trying to pronounce all those words. And, I mean, the girls was on the front row. She threw a little shade at Candy, talking about this next girl is delicious. Well, you know about that, dude. Now you don't, you, Candy? Candy talking about, child, I get peen all the time. I'm just like, Candy, we know you get peen. And Tom be slinging that tang all the time. We know that. But we also know what else you do. And that's okay too. Allegedly. So, anyway, what else is going on? It was cute. She brought a Melanie Camacho. I love her. She's really funny. Lonnie Love was there. They went behind stage. They showed a scene with Lonnie Love, talking about how much she loves Greg. And, it was nice to see. Y'all know Lonnie always crying. But she got a little emotional, talking about that. And, but in all seriousness, it is an emotional thing. But I just threw a little shade at Lonnie right now. Because, I used to like Lonnie on the real. But now I'm just like, So, some of the stuff that some of her commentary on a lot of topics, I just don't agree with. So it's just like, ooh, girl. Especially when it comes to like black issues and you just always trying to stay level field or don't really want to get into it, or, it's like, oh, everything's not about race, or, she's one of those people, and so it's just like, it's annoying when you see that black people is like that. You sitting up there you know, as black as I am, and you just pretty much just trying to like coon out or play it safe and do the whole child. I want to mess up my chick, and you know, it's just that's all I have to say. It's just okay. So anyway, back on the girls. You know, it was just cute. It was a cute scene. Y'all know I'm trying to drag this review out because it really wasn't. This show ain't giving me much, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Okay, so let's see. So Porsha took all the girls up to eat on the balcony. Marlow said the first thing I thought when I saw Porsha had these little bite-sized tacos, it's like appetizers, but it was just like one plate of them, and you know, like some seaweed or something. It was just like this is the dinner. I said the same thing, Marlow. I was just like, what's going on, Porsha? This can't be it. But you know, thank God a waitress came out there and you know, she got their order or whatever, so that was cute. They talked to Porsha a little bit. You know, Candy asked Porsha, she was just like, so have you been here like all day? And Porsha was just like, yeah, I have, you know. I came yesterday with my boyfriend, Dennis. And Candy was just like, oh, your boyfriend, Dennis? Dennis the Menace? That's his name? She was just like, yeah. She was like, how you know him? Candy was just like, don't worry about it. So I was like, Lord, Candy, something going on, child. Some in the water ain't clean. So Candy gave Porsha some very real life advice, some honest advice. She was just like, Porsha, I know we ain't been speaking like that lately, but I'm gonna give you some advice. Don't put yourself out there like you want to be married so bad. Truth. Especially when the whole Atlanta got tea on the man you get ready to marry. You know? Especially when you don't know how things are gonna transpire, if it's even gonna work out. You're sitting here, oh, I want to be married, but obviously she's pregnant now. Damn near finna give birth probably, so she done just took it all the way now. So it's just, I don't know. Good luck, Porsha, with Dennis the Menace. But yeah, Candy gave us some real life advice. They got back to the room. Candy called Todd. She was just like, Todd, girl, I was having a conversation with Porsha, and I was telling her about, you know, the tea. And you know that guy that she was talking to? Todd was just like, well, mind your business. This ain't your business. Mind your business. She was just like, I'm gonna mind my business, but I'm just like, you know. So I was just like, child. Meanwhile, child, what else is going on? We get to the next day. Marlow, you know, she put her bags in Porsha's room, the master suite, which is rude. She put her bags in Porsha's room, you know, from the beginning, but Porsha put her stuff out the room and put her in her room. That's the Marlow room. That's the Porsha room. I paid for the trip. I arranged. She didn't pay for I arranged the trip. This the Porsha room. You going down there to the smoking area, to the Marlow room. And you know, she was just like, okay, but Marlow ended up hiring a glam squad, or having her glam squad do her makeup in Porsha's room. Didn't ask Porsha nothing. See, that's the kind of stuff. I understand it's funny, and you know, it is funny. I think Marlow is very entertaining. But Marlow kind of takes things too far. That's why I feel like, I guess it's multiple reasons, I'm sure, why she'll never have a peach. But that's probably one reason why she'll never have a peach. She's a liability, and she don't care about nothing. In terms of, like, you know, hurting people's feelings or just saying whatever out of her mouth and being very blunt. You know, being very blunt is okay if that's just who you are, but just as just normal human things, like activity, like you have to know that what you're about to say is going to be rude. You have to know that what you're about to say is about to be controversial, and you should probably opt not to say it. You know, at least if the person's not coming at you or nothing, it's just like, well, why say that? You know this is going to be mess, you know? It's just like, girl, and that kind of brings me to Eva. Eva, why don't you throw so much unnecessary shade? She started throwing shade at Marlow, saying Marlow's very extra and entitled and stuff, in which she is. But Eva, I don't know if you, but these girls have at least developed some kind of relationship with Marlow. Eva, you have not. Eva, Marlow don't know you. You don't know Marlow. That could end up in slices and dices. I mean, we done seen what Marlow do. Now, I heard that you work in the voodoo magic and all that kind of stuff, and so if you throw some chitlin juice on her, maybe that'll do something. I don't know the spells, but Eva, stop throwing this unnecessary shade for people that's not coming for you. Last week you did it with Cynthia. This week you did it for Marlow. You don't want these girls against you. You don't, and we don't even know you like that, sis. I mean, the majority of us, we like you, I guess, but it could turn real quick. But, this is honestly just who Eva is. This is who Eva was on America's Next Top Model. A mess. Pretty girl. But always in something. She enjoys it. I don't know. She understands how reality TV works. But have people like to throw a little shade, give a little bit, and then take some back. Just still feel yourself in the situation. Just know your place a little bit. It's just like I don't know. You're new to Housewives, but you're not new to reality TV. So I guess that's why she's just throwing it all out there, or trying to solidify her peach for next season. But it's just like, sis, chill out. Be pretty. Chill out. Okay, so what else is going on? So, we found out that Marlow and Porsha, they, went out the night before, and, it was nice to see. When Porsha discovered that Marlow had a glam squad in her room getting her makeup done, Marlow was just like, oh, yeah, girl, you can get your makeup done, too, by them. And I order us breakfast, girl. And, Porsha had on her Versace outfit, just filling it out, shaking that ass all around the screen. I was just like, Lord, Marlow. Porsha. I was just like, it's just a mess. It's so funny, though. And so, they sat on the bed and talked, and they was just like, girl, why we just couldn't get along? And Porsha was just like, I said to Nene, I was like, I don't dislike her, but it's just her demeanor sometimes, and how she says things, it's just like, what? And Marlow was just like, I'm just very blunt, but we're cool, just know that I like you, and that's it. Really, there is no reason why Marlow and Porsha can't get along, but Marlow started it. Marlow started that whole her and Porsha beef. She started that with her mouth being extra, being disrespectful, making crazy comments, just saying whatever out of her mouth just to get there, just to get a rise out of somebody. That's what she do. She's a bully. She has that bully spirit in her. I'm not saying she's a totally bad person or nothing. I don't know the lady. I don't know any of these women. But from what we've seen of Marlow, she is belligerent. See, with the way she followed Nene out of the baseball game that time, this is like, you don't follow people when they're mad, or when y'all, when somebody's walking away from you, they don't want to be bothered with you. Why are you following them? You just asking to just turn around and get popped. I don't know. So what else is going on, child? Nene is getting ready to have a fashion show with no fashions. She's opening up her boutique, or it's already open, whatever. It's called Swagalicious. That name, you're a little too old for a name like that, Nene. But okay. She invited all the girls there. All the girls, came to support Nene. Nene is pretty much the top housewife. So, it's like all hail, respect Queen Nene. Greg was there. It was very nice to see everybody. I don't know if I would take fashion advice from Nene. I don't know. Maybe. Nene has, I probably would, but okay. So there was a scene where Greg was getting like a little woozy, you could tell. Marlow, told Nene, was just like, hey, Greg went to go sit down. Greg was feeling a little faint. He couldn't really keep any food down. So, Marlow went to go get him some ice. All the girls came out there and checked on Greg. It was beautiful. And one thing Nene realized is that everybody loves Greg, in which everybody do love Greg. She said they might not love his wife, but they love him, which is so true. Which is so true. Nene knows, that how she is on the show, and especially for them few seasons where Nene was very entitled and uppity, and child, Nene didn't have no fans. Maybe just her sons, and that's about it. But Nene, she's a real OG. I'll say that. But I hope Greg is doing better. I really do. Is that it? I think that was it, y'all. This was a decent episode. It was more decent than last week, but still, Real Housewives of Atlanta's giving me absolutely nothing. But I don't know. We're gonna stick in there, child. I gotta do my Married to Medicine. Y'all know they moved Married to Medicine to Saturdays. Like a fool. They must don't want Married to Medicine to get no ratings. But to be honest with you, Married to Medicine has been giving it, for the past few years, Married to Medicine has been giving it way more than Housewives of Atlanta. And so I don't understand why Bravo don't benefit from that. I'm sure they do, but why they don't produce the show or want to promote the show like they do the other stuff. I feel like Married to Medicine at this point is just as important as Housewives of Atlanta or any of the other Housewives franchises. I don't understand. But whatever. Who am I, child? I am Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at ItsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At ItsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chase King on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Much appreciated. And I'll see you guys later. Remember, stay black, stay tuned. Yes. All right. Bye.